Whatever the reason you need to borrow money, West Tennessee Bank can custom tailor a loan to meet your specific needs with a payment that will fit your budget. We have as many different types of loans as we have customers. West Tennessee Bank, a division of Decatur County Bank. We think you'll like us. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
First item on the agenda are the minutes. Is there any corrections or amendments to the minutes? Presented. Do I have a second?
Second.
Have a second. All those in favor signify by aye. Aye. All opposed signify by no. Motion carried. Next item on the agenda are accounts. There's no revoke required on accounts. Does anybody have any question on any of our accounts?
I had a question on page B1, number 9. The amount I couldn't was signs for the dog park, and the amount's almost $2,500.
Yeah, that is it's going out 3 different places. One is the sheriff's department gave $500 on it. They reimbursed us. The police department gave $500, and then out of the promotion account we took the rest. That money is the park, the dog park, selling the signs for the fundraiser, and that money goes back to the city's dog.
I see the sign.
The signs you see that say drive like your kids live here, and the sign you see that drive like your pets live here is part of that program.
Okay.
Do we still have fire truck?
Yes.
I guess I don't have really, I guess this was the utility B3 out of 20. That's the new equipment that we bought for gas, for oil and gas, for getting pumps and lagoons. That's the main pumps. Okay, I just wanted, we talked about that before, I just wanted to do that. Thank you.
Are there any other questions on the account? Okay. Next item on the agenda is delegations. Is there anyone here that would like to address the board at this time? For delegation.
I know we have the chief of police vote tonight, and what I have to say here tonight might not help at all, and might not, but I just want to do all that I know to do and all I can, and I know that I did when it's all said and done, the dust is settled. But obviously, we're all here in support of Gary Davis. And, I've been here 5 years, and I learned real quick who the go-to guy is. I know that I can count on all these guys back here behind me, from Jonathan Minzy, which is our newest officer, all the way up to Leon. And I seek advice from them from time to time when it's needed, from a fresh set of eyes to a seasoned set of eyes. But ultimately, Gary Davison is the go-to guy. We all go to Gary. And Gary's been here a long time. He's been through thick and thin. He's rode the city of Henderson roller coaster. And it is my opinion, I believe some of the guys back here share it with me, that Gary has been groomed and seasoned to get to this position. He's knowledgeable, and he's very quick to tell you that if he doesn't know something, he'll look for it until he finds it. There's been numerous times when I myself personally have called Gary in the middle of the night with a question. And Gary has never once hesitated to answer the phone and take my call and my question when we're in the middle of our duties, trying to protect and serve the city. I do believe that all these guys back here behind me inspired to move up in this department eventually one day when the time comes. And I hope that the board decides to show us that we have something to look forward to after years of service and pouring our souls and hearts into this department in this city. I have the utmost trust in Gary you get to know the community, and he's actually had to deal with, people, and now he's dealing with the kids and the grandkids, so long he's been here. And I know Gary's done the same, but, I'm just here to tell you, in my case, that, I would really, really love to see Gary, get the position of chief, if possible. And I know you'll probably make your decision, and that's fine. Gary's also a good Christian man. He knows that whatever the outcome here is, it's God's will. And we are servants, and we have servants' hearts, and we'll continue to do the best that we can for this city. And this time I'd like to open it up to somebody else, if anybody else has any words. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you. Does anyone else like to address the board at this time?
Sir, what, gentlemen, ma'am? I would like to just say one thing. I don't know the gentleman from Memphis, but I do know Gary. He may be a wonderful candidate, but I don't know him. Gary knows us, he knows our strengths, he knows our weaknesses, and I do think that he would be the best choice for himself. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm the same way. I hope y'all all got me, man. I would respect the decision you make, but Gary has worked hard to be where he's at. He's given his all. He's very dedicated. And the decision you make will affect the sheriff's department directly. We work with him on a daily basis. We have a good relationship with everybody. And so I'll be great. I wish you would consider it.
Anyone else?
I guess I come to you in a unique position. I applied for the job. So I'm the Hillary Clinton. I'm sorry, my father and all that. I should have said that. But I debated all day whether I would stand tonight or not. I reached in my closet tonight, pulled a shirt out, my light bulb in my closet. First shirt I pulled out, which I have on, some of you look when you go home, it's got a big Bible verse in the back that says Joshua 1:9. So that's what I'm standing here tonight. I too, as Officer Carter said, I don't know him from Memphis. I respect him because he apparently has dedicated his life to law enforcement. The department he works for also needed a leader recently. They stand in us, which I'm sure complimented a lot of the guys that work there. Gary is a fine Christian man and a fine family man. I love him as a brother. I love him as an officer. I, as a county commissioner, also realize you have a tough decision. I realize how hard it is to make decisions. All decisions aren't popular. I would ask, without me standing here committing career suicide, that you would respectfully promote him and appoint him as chief of police. He's a good man. I told you in my interview what I thought you should do. I was a man of my word that night, I'm a man of my word tonight. Gary Davis will make this city an excellent chief of police. And there's nothing more that I'd love to say whenever I walk out of this tonight, is to shake his hand, give him a hug, and say congratulations, chief.
Thank you.
Anyone else would like to address the board at this time?
I don't know what son-in-law said, but I'll talk to him about that later. I stand here as, I've served as a volunteer chaplain with the police and sheriff department for many years. I've stood with Mark Davidson, sheriff, that passed away, helped his funeral, and I was thinking of the different ones, Dennis Cagle, Jerry Hopper, and they were all local people. And I know the three men applied for this job locally, and I was
agenda is consider the action taken in the police chief. What I would like to do before we start, because there was some misunderstanding and really kind of get on the screen that people say they don't know what's going on and things like that. The way we did the police chief is the same way we've done the last two department heads. We took the applications. We had about 30 people apply. Now, let me back up real quick. The reason we're kind of here is our former police chief, Tommy Davis, went on sick leave. As everybody knows, and anybody in this room knows, Tommy Davis was in pain. He went on sick leave. We hoped that Tommy Davis could have come back. And we went on for several months doing that. With Tommy still being the chief, but on sick leave. A few months ago, Tommy submitted a letter saying that I am unable to come back to work. And upon the board replacing me, I will remain chief until the board replaces me. And that's kind of the status we were in. At that time, every time the board said to see fit, the board requested us to go and put our application out for the police chief. We did the same way that we did the public works director. We did the same way we did the utility director. We did the same exact thing, except the only thing different is I think we submitted something to the Tennessee Association of Chiefs of Police. We sent them something that this job was open. Once we did that, the board, we had about 30 applications, around 30. We took those 30 applications. The city council sat down and went over those 30. We pulled out 8 of those applications for first round of interviews. Now, as anything usually goes in the interviewing process, you always have a couple people to drop out. By the time we did the first round, we had about 6 people in that interview process. I think 2 dropped out. The board met and did the interviews. The interview lasted about a little over an hour. Once that was done, the board voted. The board said that within vote, the board asked that each member asked which one do you want to bring back. The board chose to bring 3 of those interviews people back for the second round of interviews. Upon that, we came back for that. When that happened, we had one of the guys from, I think, Pensacola, one of his family members had a serious injury, and he asked to be taken out. Asked to be taken from the thing. So it put us down to 2, and we did the interviews, the second round of interviews for those people. Now, those interviews, I think if you ask any one person that was in that interview, we stayed in there over an hour or so for those interviews. So we do, and I think a lot of information came out to the board on those interviews. And back up just a little bit. The first interview I did a lot of the questioning because we had a set amount of questions, certain questions we asked every candidate. I did most of the interviews on that, and some of the board members did ask questions in that first round. The second round, I turned it over to the board, and the board asked each individual question they thought that they wanted to know about that individual person. And like I say, each one of those lasted about an hour or something. And so that's where we got here. Once that happened, the board, there was some discussion and what they felt the strong points and the weak points of each candidate. But the board decided that they would wait until tonight because this is an open meeting, this is no time in hiring anybody. That's the reason it's gone a couple of weeks before we made that decision. So I'm really offended that some of the people that work here that got out and said that we've made decisions and we've done things. That's not true. There was no vote. We discussed it. And I promise you, there was no vote or anything else. There was discussion of the people's strong points and the weak points. And the board asked that we not do anything until we were in an open meeting like it's supposed to do. So that's where we are today. And like I said, this time I'll turn it over to the board to make a decision or if they want something else done or they want to discuss it more. That's the board's pleasure. So, but I thought it was important for the city council to say how we handle the situation. I think the city council did a good job of conducting the interview. Whichever way they go, I can live with whatever way they go. That's not a problem. But I was kind of got offended that some people that I thought that understood that they act like we didn't do the process correctly. We did. I'm very proud of how the city council handled these interviews and how they did this process, whatever way they decide, whatever they go with that. But at this time, I'll turn it over to the city council and let them discuss it.
I guess I'll start off, and I really took this seriously. Looking at educational requirements, experience, supervisor experience, supervisor experience dealing with more people out of the big city. And then you look at the small town side of it, your officers are gonna know everybody. They're gonna know everybody in the community. Well, is that, and they know all their officers, they've been working with them for 27 roughly years. And you ask yourself the question, is after 27 years, he may be the best guy in the force, but is he gonna be able to objectively handle the guys that he's been working with for 27 years? And to say that, is he adequately gonna be able to supervise them? And that's some of the questions that I ask myself. I ask the same question about this guy that we're looking at. With him coming in, a new face, new this and everything, would he adequately be able to do that? Look at his education requirements. I believe he's working on his master's degree in criminology. He's got a BS degree in that area. He's dealt with a lot of stuff. And I know Gary has dealt with a lot of stuff. And I've looked at all that. And this is a tremendous decision for law enforcement in the city of Henderson. It's a tremendous decision for the citizens of Henderson, Tennessee. And yes, it does affect the county sheriff's department in all ways, because they do work together and everything. So before I cast my vote tonight, I'm gonna say this: I'm gonna try to get the best man for the job that I think can do the best job for the city of Henderson. And regardless of where that takes us, I just think that's what I'm looking for. And so I'm gonna, you know, that's what I've looked at, and I'll open it up for the other board members to say what they want to say.
I'll speak now. I agree with Johnny in the fact that we have given this much thought, sober thought, prayerful thought.
goes back to what's the best thing for the city of Henderson that we represent? What's the best thing for the department? We have two men that we're looking at, and they are that. They are human beings. They have their strong suits and they have their weaknesses, just like everyone in this room. And I can't tell you how many pro and con lists I have gone through in the past couple of weeks to help me come up with what I think is a decision. Up until this evening, I was still running my pro and my con list. So I want you to know that with fellow aldermen, that this has been a decision that none of us have taken lightly, because this person is going to lead the department that is responsible for the protection of our citizens. And I can't thank Chief Davis enough for his leadership in the past, and it's a task that I could never imagine taking on. Our men in blue, I salute every one of you. Thank you for your service to the city. But I really want to appreciate everyone that came tonight and showing their support for Gary.
Yes, this is definitely going to be one of the hardest decisions that we ever make. Just on you talking about an elected official, I'm elected by the whole city of Henderson, so I represent the whole city of Henderson. I appreciate everyone that came out tonight, and I would not have expected anything less than these officers to come in here and support us and all.
appreciate all these people coming tonight. It shows respect, it shows dignity, and the ones that y'all here representing. Mr. Cleveland, glad you're glad to see him here. But it's their decision. I never dreamed when I rented this job 8 years ago plus that I'd run into a situation like this. But I sit here thinking that over my lifetime I have had 2 successful businesses. And it was times that you had to get someone, you had to hire someone, sometimes you had to let someone go. But I always tried to stay in that category of the ones that I've always dealt with. And I find it works out a lot better that way. If you can go that route, you stay in your own household or whatever you might call it. And I believe that goes a long way, because when we're, like you said, someone said tonight, we're elected officials up here. We were elected by some of you. And to me, that goes a long way. I look both sides of the picture. And I like to put myself back there where you are and let you be up here. That's the way I feel at times. And so in my decision tonight that I'll make, that I feel like it's the best decision and it's the one that we need to go with. But that's all I got to say.
What's the pleasure of the board? Well, it was mixed emotions and a lot of prayer. I'm gonna make the motion that we accept Wayne Cleveland as the next police chief in Henderson, Tennessee.
On the motion, do I have a second?
Second.
I have a second on the motion. Is any further discussion on this motion? Seeing none, all in favor, signify by aye. All opposed, signify by no.
No.
Roll call vote.
Mr. Phelps?
Yes.
Mr. Barber?
Yes.
Mr. Smith?
No.
Ms. Butler?
No.
Mr. Farris?
Yes?
Mr. Manus?
No.
There's a tie up, 3-3.
Really? I'm about half tempted not to vote and let it go, the next candidate, not let it vote again. We go back the next 2 or 3 months to do this. I'm gonna tell you where my feelings are. Is very simple is my responsibility is not Chester County. My responsibility is the city of Henderson. That's my responsibility. And as I go through this, and I'm really talking more as a law enforcement officer, is I looked at every one of these applications, and I went through them, I pulled them out, I talked to them, and I discussed everything else. And I got down to the ones that I looked at. And when we did this down the road, some of the guys that I liked never got pulled up. Some of the guys I liked didn't. I never get pulled up. That was the city alderman's decision which ones they want. But several of them did. And the 2 candidates we got were my 2. Then when it got down to the last 3, all 3 of my candidates was the one I thought should be the 3 candidates to be considered. So that got that point. But as I look at the things, and I'm sorry guys, I don't see the police department the same way y'all see it right now. I think you're great guys, you do a good job. But I see a lot of things that we in this day and time need to step up and do better. And one is technology. We're behind that. You talk about body cameras, you talk about equipment, but really and truly, this day and time, a police officer is using data, finding search engines, finding people in technology, and we're behind. I couldn't fathom and believe downstairs the search engines we do not have to find things. And I looked at that and I brought that up and talked about that. I look at Lieutenant Cleveland's resume, I look at his resume, and see, that's nothing. Every one of y'all come talk to me, not one of y'all have asked me, what about this guy here? What is he? What kind of guy is he? Not one of y'all have ever asked me that. Y'all made, just as much as y'all made your mind up before this day started. And I understand that. But I didn't make mine up. I looked. And I've looked at every bit of this. And I'll be honest with you, this was a tough decision for me. But if y'all know me personally, I don't have a problem making one. But I looked at this. I've got a guy that, one, was in the Navy, served his country, goes to Memphis Police Department, comes in as patrolman, goes to college while he's at the Memphis Police Department. He makes mid-management sergeant, does that, runs a patrol. Goes, now he's a lieutenant, then he makes lieutenant, he's supervising 27 men, who is sitting there, and matter of fact, the population of that precinct equals about the 7th largest city in the state of Tennessee. He leaves there, he goes as a lieutenant into investigations, and does that. Then he turns around, now he's a lieutenant over child sex abuse cases. He's over VICAP, he operates a several $1 million budget that he manages for the Memphis Police Department. Then also he does grant writing. He also, the amazing thing about me when we sitting there talking to him in this interview, he was talking to Jim about being able to write code. And I thought, man, this guy's he's way over my head when he talks about that, but that's he can even write code. I said, man, but the thing that he said to me that made me more, I'm really upset with some of y'all guys. The thing that he really said to me that made me was, his first order of business went out to fire the assistant chief. That wasn't his first order of business. You know what he said he wanted to do? He said he wanted to listen and learn, and he wanted to take these guys and bring them up and make them the best they can be. Now, I'm sorry, I know some of y'all are going to be mad at me tonight, but this is what I'm just a mayor, but I'm a cop. I've been here for 30 years, and I got pride in what I do, and I want to make the best decision. And I think people up on this podium went south, and that's their right too. That's their right to change their opinion and go the way they want to. But I won't. I'll cast my vote for Wilton Cleveland as the police chief. And I apologize to y'all for getting upset. But I'll be honest with you, I care about this city a lot too, just as much as y'all do. And I had to make a decision. Y'all know me. I'm gonna make the decision. I wasn't gonna pass it. But I didn't think I should have to make that decision tonight.
Thank you.
The next item on the agenda is consider the bids received on the Highway 45 Exchange Ramp Light Project. Bids awards contingent upon approval of TDOT. The project includes adding two additional lights on the east ramp for the intersection with Highway 100. The project is being funded by the federal highway dollars. That's Jim, that's you.
Okay. For some time we've been working on the project with our STP funds to add two additional ramp lights at the top of the ramp on the 45-100 intersection. This is the ramp that goes up each side. It gets dark when you get up toward 100, either coming off or getting on to 100. So this project adds 8 additional lights at the intersection. We received 3 bids. Tonight I handed out in front of you the engineer's report as well as a bid breakdown on the bid. And we need to award the bid with your approval to Wade Electric, their low bidder, at $74,563. And that will be contingent upon all the paperwork being submitted to TDOT, which has to approve the bids.
I think you looked at the bids, Jim, one with the low bid was what? Wade Electric.
Wade Electric. And Wade Electric did install the original light. So, we've done several jobs with them through the years.
These specs are all underground wire and stuff.
Yeah,
It's the same one.
identical to the existing poles, lights, and the underground wiring we now have.
I make the motion to approve the low bid.
Have a motion to approve the low bid, a second. Is there any further discussion on the motion? We got a second, any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor, signify by aye. All opposed, signify by no. Motion carried. Next item on the agenda is consider the bid received for utility contractor for installation of gas lines on per unit basis. Darryl?
We advertised, sent a packet out, had some questions on that, haven't really worked through some of the conflicts with it yet. Have a meeting tomorrow with one of the contractors, and a meeting Monday with one of the others, and I want to defer that one to next
that. I apologize, that's not, I shouldn't be doing that, that way I did that. But overlook something, we have a set salary. So, I think the,
I was going back up, Casey.
I think we set salary. I think we looked at it, I think we looked at, we're looking at, I think the negotiation, we looked at, what, 58, 57, that's 63?
60, well, the range would be 58,000 to 63,000, with, actually, there's 3 steps. 58 would be the initial salary for some candidates, 60,500 would be a step for a 3-year candidate, and 63,000 would be the 5-year step or top pay, was what was discussed and considered at one time. We just need to, basically approve that, and then tell me where Mr. Cleveland will begin his career.
Can we do it all in one motion?
Yeah.
You do it,
I make a motion to approve the salary range, 3 steps. And included in that motion, I was make a motion to set his salary at $60,500.
Have a motion, do I have a second?
Second.
Have a second, is any further discussion on the motion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
All opposed, no. Motion carries. Next item on the agenda is approve the purchase of trench box.
Had 3 bids on the trench box. The lowest was Kendall Industries for a 6x8 lightweight aluminum trench box at $4,776.54. And that includes shipping to Henderson.
What company was that there?
It's KUNDEL.
How much did you say that?
It was $4,776.54, and 2,000 of that will come from a grant.
Yeah.
2,000.
Second grant.
Expanded. This is, a matching arrangement with them on safety equipment.
Excellent. We need it.
So our obligation would be roughly $2,776.
Have a motion to approve? So moved. Have a second?
Second.
Second. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
All opposed signify by no. Motion carries. Other business. As y'all know, and I'm sure a lot of ladies that do fundraising in this town are upset that Anthony Butcher was moved
Yes.
because he was,
He's a hard worker.
Anthony was their worker. But Anthony's moved and we have a placement, a job, a replacement on the need on the park board. And the reason I'm recommending, we talked to him and he says he's willing to serve, we're recommending James Arnold. James is over soccer. We think we need somebody also on the park board that also is over the soccer program. And I'm asking if y'all would approve my recommendation, James Arnold.
I make the motion to approve Zoe's recommendation, James Arnold, for the park board.
I have a motion and I have a second.
Second.
Have a second. All those in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
The next item on the agenda is kind of back up, since we already did it. Consider it, we have a resolution in front of you, is what we need to pass, what we, any officer that serves 25 years, retires or leaves employment in good standing. The reason why we did that is, if you serve 25 years, you might not retire, you might go to another department. And you still want to be able to do that, you got 25 years and be able to issue a service weapon. But we need a resolution to do that. I think we have a resolution in front of you. If y'all have any problem with that, since we already gave Tommy his.
I make the motion to approve the resolution, for need to backdate to before Tommy's.
I think we're all right.
Are we okay?
But technically Tommy's still at work. He's still at work.
Yeah.
He's still at work. He's on the book February. He's still on the book
I make a
February.
motion to approve the resolution.
I second.
Have a motion second. All those in favor signify by aye.
Resolution on the roll call.
Oh, I'm sorry, roll call vote, resolution.
Mr. Felton? Yes. Mr. Barber?
Yes.
Mr. Smith?
Yes.
Ms. Butler?
Yes.
Mr. Ferris?
Yes.
Mr. Manus?
Yes.
All voted in favor.
Last item that we need to talk about, I think it's more for informational, As you know, the election was, and we have, package, we now have packaged liquor. We have been inundated and flooded with people that's now wanting to open them up tomorrow. There's a process, and I'll let Jim go over it, whereas we're finding out, we're looking at 4 to 6 months, but I think we need to get across to the people. I think I'll let Jim kind of tell you where we're at only on package stores.
Okay, let's discuss package stores a minute. We were a little surprised the election passed the way it did, so we had not done a whole lot of homework because, this had failed before. But that night I got on the Impasse website, and the next morning I emailed Impasse, and I've been emailing back and forth and talking. And each day I'm learning a little more about the process. With package stores, the city has a small amount of control, not a whole lot, but there is a small amount. Each city, start with, permits are issued by ABC, the State Alcoholic Beverage Commission. CD4 does not do that. There is a lengthy application process. That's on their website. Anybody who wants to do an application, there's multiple forms on the website you gotta download and fill out and get back to them. One of those forms is from the city stipulating they meet our local requirements. Those local requirements can or cannot be zoning. They're in the proper zone. The city can control the number of permits. They can control that by multiple ways. Some cities do it based on qualifications. Some do a lottery. There are several different ways to do that if you wanted to do that. Other cities leave it unlimited and let the fair commerce system take care of it. Supply and demand. Competition, whatever, will finally, even if you have 5 go in, you may end up with 2 or 1 when you get done, just because this town can't support 5 liquor stores or whatever. You can also control which zones they go in. So zoning is also an issue that we'll have to look at. Right now, the zoning law does not allow liquor package stores anywhere. So we actually basically outlaw. We can't do that anymore because of referendum passed. But we will have the next couple of months, we're gonna be working with Impasse and y'all, and even probably have a sit-down committee meeting where they explain what steps we need to take, and y'all will be given some options on which distance requirements, a prime example, that y'all can probably have on liquor stores. As I said, number, if you want to regulate that, and zone. So those are the 3 main items that, y'all may need to be thinking about. We'll get down to the details. There's other details I'm not aware of that we are learning as we go here. Most cities that have this referendum passed, it's normally sometime in the spring before somebody finally gets around to getting through the process, the city taking care of all their business, and everything gets to the state is able to do that. Of course, first step before anything can happen is the election's got to get certified. So the election commission is going to have to meet in a week, 2 weeks, whenever they do it. They'll have to certify the counts and certify the election. That is the first step. Nothing can happen until then. But I have had, I'm making a log of who's called. I think I've had 10 different people call me interested in having a liquor store. So, there is interest, but I don't think everybody understands the hoops you have to jump through to get a liquor license through the state. So, I am pushing them over to the state website and letting them understand and do the research for themselves on what they have to do on the state level in order to qualify. It is a lengthy. I would recommend for y'all to actually go on the state website and read the regulations. We would love for y'all to know that, but we will be meeting with Impasse. Y'all will be making some changes. Of course, city code right now does not allow intoxicating liquors at all, other than beer. So that ordinance does have to be amended. The zoning ordinance has to be amended. So there'll be multiple ordinances we'll have to take action on, and what y'all's decisions you'll make will control how many. You can't rule it out. It is passed. It's going to be here. So we'll just have to decide how you want to control those establishments.
Jim, does anybody look at how to fix 1,000-foot churches, schools, and,
Impasse right now is doing the final research. It's our understanding, yes, you can regulate it based on the distance requirement. He could not guarantee me that, but he's going to make sure of that, try to get back with what's there. He said the easiest way to regulate it, a lot of cities do it only through zoning, through certain zones. He said that's something, we do that any way we want to. Baldwin, for an example, they only allow it currently in their downtown development. But they are being challenged on that also too. So, you do have to provide an adequate place for them to go.
Does the ABC, do they regulate the hours for
to find what state law, what this city's done, and what that city's done as far as themselves. So I'm trying to still be very cautious at what I tell people, because I am still learning myself.
That's probably another reason why we need to touch base with them, Taz.
Yeah.
Maybe have them come.
Yes, that's the reason I contacted them before I even started my day on Monday morning, Wednesday morning. Was my first email was to impasse, to say, help. Exactly what my email said was help. So yes, we do need their expertise on this, and Jerry, I'm sure will be working with us also in make sure we get these ordinances correct, because it is very important, that we do it properly. Don't rush it, but at the same time, we have to progress. We can't just drag our feet and do nothing. We do have to progress and go ahead and move forward.
Let's say if we get it, we don't get challenged.
Yeah.
Carter, you have anything? No. Brent?
No, sir.
Had a situation with Free up here, they had a sewer cave in, and as you know, they're in the midst of digging in Jason's street. And hopefully we'll get all that tapped back in, properly patched with hot asphalt and rolled in and all that we should be finished with that very soon. Shouldn't take them very long to do what they need to do. And then the other item that I would like to cover is, I got a call this afternoon, and our trencher, that big trencher that we do most ditching with for the mainline gas installation, they've got a problem with the transmission on it, given the age. I doubt whether or not, it would be worth spending a lot of money on. We may have the opportunity to buy a trencher from Lexington, and we do have some money budgeted for equipment, in a trencher specifically used, so I'd like to get permission, maybe negotiate with Lexington to purchase their used trencher. It has 54 hours. It's one they bought to run the gas line when they ran it down Highway 100 from 22 crossing back toward Jack's Creek up to the amount we have in the budget.
How much did you say they're asking for?
They're right in the 30,000 range.
Chief?
Doug Acre's been hired as a Lexington's fire chief, and he will probably not separate from Henderson until January 1st. He was supposed to meet with him today, so I don't have any specifics of when he's gonna start or when. It was a sit-down session today to try to get things.
Good, congratulations.
Yeah.
Congratulations, get ready.
That's good.
Well, he didn't, I told him, he just slept none last night, did he?
Jim?
I do want to back up Darrell's request. Really we need a motion from the board to authorize him and the mayor to approve that purchase.
I'll make that motion.
Just to clean that up.
Make a motion.
That kind of money, we gotta have a motion.
Have a motion, do I have a second?
Second.
All those in favor, signify by aye. All opposed, signify no. Motion carried.
And it is up to the budget, right?
Yes.
Not to exceed the budget.
Yeah.
Jim? Jerry? What is the status, Jerry, on, Southwood Human Resources on there? That bond?
The Health Ed Board is meeting and having its public hearing November 21st.
So they're not using us then?
I'm sorry, I didn't believe.
Okay.
I'm looking at a list of the Health Ed Board, Jim and I are coming out of my computer. Anyway, that meeting will be on the 21st. I suspect it will be approved. And closing will be, either the 29th or 30th of November.
Soon we'll get our, when they close, soon we'll get our
quotes just to get an idea of our best option. You know, we had a quote on the membrane roof going to this metal. We were still trying to find a quote from somebody, just replacing the metal. And Brent, I know you made contact again, and we didn't still get a reply from, was it Harold, somebody, I guess his name? Harold Johnson. So we're having a little issue there getting, and because we gotta know what we're bidding. We do have to bid it, but we gotta know what we're bidding, and we still haven't got that sort of nailed down yet.
Everybody that I talked to about replacing the roof says you don't want to do that. Said
You
the
don't want-
cost is gonna be so prohibitive that you would rather put a membrane or fix what's there than to take it off and replace it. But we can't get them to give us a price on what that is.
But the membrane roof, if you remember, was about $75,000.
Yeah,
Not cheap.
terrible.
So, but we'll follow up on that and see if we can use that. I think we were going to discuss, who was it? John Lumber had part of that same number and we put on that part of their bill, so we'll discuss that with them.
Well, if they're talking that the membrane was the cheaper option, what is the cost of putting a metal roof back on?
We don't know that.
That's it, you can't get a bid, you can't even get to talking about it. But we're
You
gonna-
can't get an idea from Matlock Roofing or anybody?
Yeah, as far as I know, the only thing he would give us was the membrane. He wouldn't.
They wouldn't even quote it.
He didn't come forward with anything like that.
We're gonna continue to try to get that.
I think we're talking about it, build up building, and if they, what they say, come up and.
We, like I said, we've talked to about 3 or 4,
Okay.
and so far, we don't have any.
No takers, huh?
No takers.
They won't even give us a ballpark.
We've talked to some of the contractors who've worked on some pretty hard in these buildings. We've talked to contractors in Jackson, some local in Henderson, so, I don't know, we'll just keep trying. Somebody will want to do a job.
Have you heard anything about the, old building next to Glender's?
I have not. I take that back. We have talked to, had some questions asked, I believe, about utilities there. And it was with a local contractor who does that type of work, so we're optimistic that means he's moving forward with that.
Mayor, you heard anything from Clayton Bank executive?
On tearing down the building there.
Yeah.
45 days.
We talked to them, we've been talking, still talking to them, and, we want to probably go forward. I think that's where we're talking about going, though. You know, we're telling, I think we sent them a letter telling them, I think, Brent,
We haven't set the hearing yet.
said the hearing date, yeah, if we,
But I informed the bank it was coming and asked me, I asked them, well, who it needed to come to? Amanda said, just go ahead and send it on to her and she make sure it got the right place.
so we, they're gonna make us, they're gonna, the Knoxville bunch is.
They're gonna force
They're
it.
gonna force us to do it. It's not much we can do about it.
Well, since we were contacted by the local contractor, that did maybe look at it.
They didn't clean it a little bit, did they? But that's all they did.
Yeah, they put a board up over one of the plate glass windows and cleaned up some junk around it, but it's not much.
That's all they're supposed to do.
But they had 45 days, they still got what, about 12 days?
Some of it.
Yeah, but we told them, that I think Jim sit down with Van and told her that the letter's coming, and she said, just send it to her, she reported on
We
it.
said if we go ahead and drag a letter out 45 days, that
Yeah,
was our start.
It's already started the process. It's already started the process.
So that would be the next step anyway.
Leon, you got something?
Leon, I have a question. The chicken episode, I know you, I believe I'm right, have gone and issued them the 15 days that they have to get the chickens out.
We had some citations.
You got a citation, okay.
We got a court hearing, we got a court hearing, court hearing.
I think it's the one next week.
It'll be this week.
The next city court.
Okay, so, are they gone?
No, they're gonna contest it.
He's gonna fight it.
What about the owners of the,
They're gonna.
They moved theirs to Marion County.
they moved theirs, okay. Okay.
What, if we, what, on an ordinance like that, aren't we allowed to cite them every day for every chicken, for everything they got, and then, and make it contest all these cases?
Yes, normally a city ordinance violation each day is a separate offense. So yes, you could technically do that. We were hoping the one citation, the one visit to the city court was resolved in that violated one ordinance, even though he had buffalo chicken, so you can give him one violation for that. I don't think we take the opposite of that.
What about other residences in the city that we see what they are, are we doing anything on that if we see them other places?
We haven't seen the other.
Okay.
Usually, you know, we kind of does in this case, it's by complaint. Usually somebody calls. Michael?
I just want to say that that decision was amazing. I really did enjoy working with this board on this decision. I think that we made the right decision, and we can agree to this because I've known my folks and I care about all of it. That's why that made us make this decision. So I think everybody that voted for it.
Well, I'll voice mine. That's what we call it democracy. That's what we call it democracy. And if we felt like we felt we wanted to, it'd be our fault if we didn't do that. And that's why each person has one vote, and people come forward. And I just hope that the decision is right. I believe it is. And I believe Mr. Cleveland does a good job. And I just hope the officers that are still here, the sheriff's still here, that they will give him that opportunity to work with him and try to get along with him. And, I said it kind of humorous, you know, but at the meeting, but I think sometimes that, you know, somebody looking on the outside, looking in, sometimes gets a better view than you've been inside the bottle all this time looking out. Whether that's true or not, I just felt like we needed somebody on the outside to come and look in. And I didn't take this decision lightly, and I sometimes didn't want to make the decision. Sometimes you'd rather just not do anything. But I didn't feel this was the right time to not do anything. So, Mr. Cleveland's back there, and I want to welcome to the city of Henderson. And I hope the citizens and the people of Henderson do the same thing.
A couple things. First of all, we have a few young people with us tonight that are part of the youth leadership program at Cherokee County High School, and appreciate y'all's interest in being part of that, and welcome to city government. It's not always this is exciting, but appreciate your willingness to see what's going on in our communities, and I think we've got a great leadership class right now, and really appreciate y'all being our inaugural class and part of that. The second thing is, I just want to make sure everybody knew that I told Chief Davis how much I really appreciate him putting me in a situation where I had to make decisions. So, but I do greatly appreciate Chief Davis's years of service to this great city. So, and I look forward to working with Chief Cleveland.
Okay, I appreciate what Michael said. They elected 6 of us to the board. If we all agreed all the time, you'd only need 1 up here. And so we do have some lively discussions. We had lively discussions as we went through this process. I'd like to address Mr. Cleveland on this, or Chief Cleveland. Process, we completed the process. I can speak for myself, and I think for everybody on the board, you now have our complete support as you move forward as our new police chief. Welcome to Henderson.
I'll echo what Keith has said. Yeah, we don't always agree, but we agree to disagree, and that's okay. And you're right. If there was everybody's going to be a yes this or no that, you will only need 1 person. But I will say this, Mr. Cleveland, or Chief Cleveland, you have our unanimous support. We will not get in your way. We will let you do your job and give you the support you need to make you successful, because that's just who we are. And I think you will find
lean on his attitude with the.
Been that way 57 years.
Things don't get better with that.
I hadn't known you that long.
I went to first grade with you. Pretty much the same.
Like it every day.
Anyone else would like to speak to the board before we? Seeing none, all, I hear. Make the motion, adjourned.